Tonight's review, Maximal Wolfgang.
Hey everyone, Soundwave884 here with my first edition of Late Night Reviews. And it's just Late Night Reviews because it's past midnight and I'm half asleep. And I'm going to talk about this figure here because it is junk. Is what it is. It's junk, but we're going to talk about it anyway. We're going to be reviewing this figure, and I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't on clearance. This is going to be Beast Wars. Beast Wars. And we're going to take a look at Deluxe Maximal Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Instructions are all on the back. Now, I'd never had this guy at all in the 1990s. Back in the 90s, Beast Wars was popular. It was out mid to late 90s. I wasn't into it. I was never big into the Insecticons as much, or the Dinobots. I was more into the vehicle Transformers, the cars, the jets, the planes, the trains, the automobiles. It came around, I'm like, It didn't really, scratch the itch I had for Transformers. Then I went to KB Toys and they had Machine Wars. I was like, that's more like it, but I still didn't really buy any of those either. Actually, I don't think I bought any of those, but I did get a few Beast Wars. The one I did get was Pterosaur. I do have fond memories of that figure transforming. This is what I fiddled with the most. And I did get some of the Transmetal Beast Wars. Megatron, I opened that one. Black Arachne, I never opened her. Whichever version I had of her, but I sold it years ago for a decent penny. This is Beast Wars. With biogenetic engineering, the Transformers have created a perfect cybernetic fusion between ferocious animals and mechanical technology. The result, heroic Maximals versus evil Predacons. This is Maximal Wolfgang. His function is infantry. Swift and agile, Wolfgang prefers to hunt cloaked as an animal, but quickly converts to robot modes for battle when he can best utilize the secret attack launcher disguised as his tail. This is the figure here. This is Wolfgang. And it is, if this guy, he retailed for $27.98. I got him for $10. That sound you heard was his arm falling off. I mean, let me tell you. Let me pick this arm up first. Oh, my fat belly gets in the way. If I paid $27.98 for this, I'd be taking it back to the store and ask for my money back. $10 is really too much. He's fine except for the way they did his elbow joints. Like I said, I never had the original 90s figures, so I'm assuming this is the way they did the joints, because it's supposed to be just like the figures of old, just done again, so you can, re-enjoy these things. But you can see how floppy this arm is. When I took him out of the package, this elbow came off, and it's not even a pin. It's not even a ball joint. It's just these little bitty knobs. Or nubs, little small nipples that just go inside this joint right here. And the bad thing is the joint isn't straight right here. It actually, like, instead of being like this, it goes more like a V. So when you put this in there, it just sort of sits there. It doesn't really snap in good. So it's not like a good connection. So you can see how floppy this is. And I guess I could put his weapon into his left arm, which does have a more stiff, I guess, or a tighter connection, but he is floppy. I can flop him around, and eventually the arm will just fall off. And this one will do the same with a little bit of play, but I'm not going. It's better than this one. So yeah, that is a horrible choice of design for this. Like I said, I never had this guy. The only reason I got him was because he was $10. And overall, he doesn't look bad. I mean, he's cool colors, this gray and the blues, they're fine. The little face here, he's got this mask. It's sort of like a Wolverine type head, because he's got these little crests that come up on the sides. He's got the eyes here. But you raise it up and you get a more robotic head with a Jay Leno chin going on there. Now, he's got all your little joints. He's got some knees down here. They're pretty stiff and tight. And he's got, heel spurs back here. The animal legs actually merge onto the shins of the robot legs, which actually tuck into the back side of the animal legs. If it wasn't for... He's got spring-loaded firing weapons here. I dropped it on the floor and picked it back up. The other one will store here in his belly. As you can see, there's two spots actually there. There's one here and one. He's got two belly buttons. You can store each one. The back here actually comes off. And there is a handle. The other one fell right out inside here that you can now use as a point for him to hold his back like a shield. So you take this right here and you want to spin this on a little pin. You spin this around. This piece around. Well, popped it right up. I did. There is a peg inside of there, and you'll just peg that into the hand. So now he has his firing tail. His animal tail becomes his weapon. And you put the pieces inside. The other arm fell off that was holding the shield. It's crap. These here can go on his back. These little ridges or lines or divots or whatever you call them. It just fits right in. Pokes through his belly. The other one shot off. It's somewhere on the floor. I picked his arm back up. When you take his back off, there's no way these snap in, so we just, it comes right out, just slides out. So some of the design choices for this guy is very questionable. I really don't like some of the design choices. They're horrendous. The elbows, the way that stores. If you want to take his back,
You bastard, you've got no arms left. Yes, I have. Look, just a flesh wound.
If you want to take his back off for the shield, it's the storage for the weapon. His missiles just falls right out. My God! Now he's just armless. He's got no forearms, no hands. His weapons have fallen off. It's shit. Let's take a look at him in his wolf mode. And here he is in his wolf mode. It's not hard. It's not complicated transmission at all. Joints in this mode, you don't really have much. Everything is fixated except for the back rear legs. You can actually move them around. The tail is fixated pretty much. You can kind of twist it slightly, but it comes right out because it becomes his weapon. The mouth, head on that does not move at all. The head is all just fixed. You're not moving. You got visible hands going on here. Fist right under the neck. Like, I will punch you with my fists. The weapons do store in vehicle mode. Of course, the weapon is his tail and his back. His shield is his back, but the little missiles that fire will still store right here, so you don't lose them inside of that. So that is a plus in wolf mode. Other than that, it's not a bad looking wolf. It's probably the winner. I mean, the robot mode doesn't look that bad. It's just the joint decisions for the elbows. Everything is just horrible. And so, yeah, for $10, I regret it because probably much it cost back probably in 1996, 7, whenever this was released. Even so, if this figure had these same problems back then, I mean, $10 might make it worth it. But I'm constantly having to put his arms back on every time I mess with this guy, and I've only had to mess with him for like 48 hours now, and it's just I sort of just want to take him outside and kick him and just watch him go.
All right, mother, it's time to see how far you can fly.
Overall, would I recommend this guy? Hell no, I would not. $10, maybe, if you want something that's retro, not retro, but from the 90s that might invoke some kind of period in your life. Maybe leave them in the package. Don't open them, because I think the package art and the package look is probably the #1 sell of these. The only reason I went ahead and opened this one because it's only the second Beast Wars figure that I got that I've actually opened. But I just had that sticker. I was like, well, you might as well. I never had this guy. I have no connection. I'm gonna open it and see what it's like, and I totally regret that now. It's a piece of crap. So please avoid it. I just don't see how they could even market this at $28. They're trying to sell you on nostalgia is all they're trying to do. Anyway, thanks for watching this late night, up all night, whatever, arms fall off the wolf review. Till the next ones. Peace out.